Hi guys. So I'm just going to try to test some music for a second, see if it'll let me stream and play music at the same time. And just type in the comments. Can you hear the music that's playing out of my computer right now? So I'm going to okay, let's try this mode of musicality. Can you hear me speaking? I mean, I'm pretty close to the camera now. Let me back up. Can you hear me speaking from here? Perfect. Thank you, Jordan, for being my sounding board. Is this music better? And can you hear me speaking from music? Motivation. My one solution is my queen, cause she stays strong. Yeah, she is always in my corner, right there when I wanna hold you. Great. So I will split things up and describe and then add music. So thank you for you three people being here. We still have a few minutes, so we'll wait a little bit, but welcome to my living room. This is my parents' house, and mostly we'll be on our feet today, so you don't need a lot of floor space, but to have it is good. So feel free to type in the comments if you have any questions or concerns or can't hear me, and I will do my best to stay on top of that. Thanks for being my prototype online teaching class. Three minutes.
Okay, so let's start. We're going to start just by doing a cardio warm-up and then transition into isolations with some footwork and then body rolls. So in between, I will explain everything and demonstrate, and then we'll add music and kind of do a little sequence. So to start, we're going to do jumping jacks. So we'll do 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, on to 8, and then 8 counts of running in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 8 counts of jump rope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do a grapevine to the right. Grapevine, breaking that down, is side, back, side, together. Same thing the other way. Side, back, side, together. We'll do 2 more. Side, back, side, together. Side, back, side, together. And then we'll do a 3-step turn. So you're going to do the same kind of step. It's the same kind of structure, but circling. So you step and you face the wall. Step 1. Step 2, you face the back. Step 3, you turn all the way around, the rest of the way to close. One more time. Stepping out to face the wall. Stepping back to face the back. Number 3 swings all the way around to close. 3-step turn. Going through this quickly because usually in a class I would do this as a follow the leader. So I would just yell out as it goes. So doing that just as a review, jumping jacks into running in place, into a fake jump rope, into a grapevine, into 3-step turns, and then into some stretching. So we'll go through that sequence probably 3 times, and feel free to just follow along with me.
Motivation. My one solution is my queen, cause she stays strong. Yeah. She is always in my corner, right there when I want. All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone. And they say, do you need me? Do you think I'm pretend? Do I make you feel like cheating? I'm like, no, not really, cause I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, it's like I'm a dove. She grants my wishes like a genie in a bottle. Yeah, cause I'm the wizard of love, and I got the magic wand. All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone. And they say, do you need me? Do you think I'm pretend? Do I make you feel like cheating? I'm like, no, not really, cause I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. She gives me love and affection. Baby, the dimension. You're the only girl for me. No, I don't need a next. Mama loves you too. She thinks I made the right.
Okay, so next, now that we have our cardio going, now that we're feeling a little warmer, we're going to do a little bit of stretching. I'm going to keep the music going. You can just follow the lead.
That I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her.
Good. Continue. We're going to continue twisting that shoulder in. Now we're going to look over our other shoulder. Repeat on the other side, twisting that shoulder in, looking over that shoulder. Now we're going to let our head dive down and our bottom up. Release your neck, shake it out. To point my sound, just release your neck, give it a good shake. We're going to bend our knees. So with your head still released, you're bending your left, bending your right, bending your left, bending your right. Now, finding our way down into a squat. You're going to shift your weight back and forth until we find that we can lengthen one leg. Go ahead and give that ankle a point and a flex. And using your hands, you're going to walk, and back up so you can see my hands. You're going to walk over to the other side. Now, some of you, that might take your bottom high into the air, and that is totally fine. So if you're all the way up here, no problem at all. In fact, if you're not all the way up here, sometimes it is good to find that straightness in your knees before you drop again. So play with that. If you want to stay low, you can. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. And 8. Good. Find your palms on the ground again. We're going to bend our knees and give it a roll up the spine. Woo. All right. Now onto some isolations. We're going to start with our head. Okay, we're going to do 8 isolations by dropping just the top of our head, not turning, just dropping 1, 2, 3, onwards to 8. Same thing in each direction. 8 that way, 8 to the back, and 8 to the front. When you drop to the back, you want to think that you have something like a small baseball or an orange that kind of takes this shape of your neck. You never want to collapse fully. So you want to think about just finding an orange right there. 1 and 2, all the way to 8 there. Okay, then after that, we are going to turn our head. So 1, 2, same in every direction, which is just 2 directions. 1, 2. Then we're going to drop in a circle for 4 times and drop in a circle the other way for 4 times. Then moving on to our chest, which I will re-explain. So the chest and the hips take a similar but a little bit different structure in isolation. 5, 6, 7, and go 1.
I'll be a difference. I'll lift you high. I understand your hesitation, my reputation.
Other side.
So let me redefine you. And you can see the time move, just like tears in the eyes do. And when you're feeling alone, oh baby, I'll be right here between the sea and silence. So breathe easy, my dear. You can find sunshine in the rain. I will come running when you call my name. Even I'm broken, I can be again. Forget about the one
To the back.
you bring. I swear I love you in a different way.
And now we're going to look. To the other side. 1.
Another love is so unforgiving. You've been a victim too many times, and I'll be the third.
And now I'm going to do
You
our circle.
together, I'll be forever. Will you be mine? So let me redefine you. And you can see the time move, just like tears in the eyes do. And when you're feeling alone, oh baby, I'll be right here between the sea and silence. So breathe easy, my
now let's add our shoulders. So just adding our shoulders to that circle. So we're going to drop our head and allow our shoulders to come with us into that circle. For example, letting your shoulders open and close. Other way. So now with the shoulder and hip isolations, we're going to do 4 in each direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now no center. So this kind of isolation goes side and then back to center so that we're only visiting one isolated area. When we go without center, we're going straight from our right to our left, and we'll do 8 of those. Then we're going to do the same thing with the front and back. 4 front, 4 back, and then switching no center between front and back into a square. So we're going to go to our right, front, left, back. The same thing in the opposite direction. Left, front, right, back, taking those into circles. So I'll come a little bit closer to the frame. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit over the music so that I can kind of initiate that for you. Okay, here we go. Let's play. So 1, 2, 3, 4, other way. 1, 2, 3, 4 in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, center. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle. Ready? 1, 2. There we are. To the right. 1, front, left, back. Let's do another set of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And circle. So this helps me if I bend my knees.
No le importa el jacuzzi, limosina ni mansión. Pensaste que con toda la plata tendría su corazón. Pero con letras dulces me la llevo a mi sillón.
Circle.
Y eso que no tengo ni un peso. Pero a ella no le importa eso. A la hora de darme un beso. Ella me lo da sin esfuerzo.
Okay.
Eso que no tengo ni un peso.
So now, hips are going to take the same kind of shape. We're going to go 4 to the right, 4 to the left, in between. 4 to the front, 4 to the back, in between. Then that same square, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then circle. The thing about this kind of isolation is you're really going to want to bend your knees. As your hips go in a circle, you can actually feel the weight in your foot transfer from front to back to side to front. And as you go, if you have straight legs, you're not going to feel that as much, but also you're not going to be able to access all of the range in your hip, the range of motion. So let's go ahead.
la mantenga. Luego que conmigo se venga. Luego que conmigo se venga para acá. Yo no puedo pagarle champaña, bucana, limón, chandón.
Front and back.
Puedo darle tequila, cerveza fría y un buen ron.
Now,
yo no puedo llevarla para España, para Italia o para Nueva York.
Right, front, left,
yo la llevo a la luna cuando hacemos el amor.
Circle.
Y eso que no tengo un dólar, pero eso ni la incomoda. Cuando la deja sola, ella me lleva para su alcoba.
Other way.
Eso que no tengo ni un
front,
dólar,
right,
pero
back.
eso ni la incomoda. Cuando la deja sola, ella me lleva pa' su alcoba, galán, galán. Tenga lo que tenga, yo que la mantenga. Algo que conmigo se venga, algo que conmigo se venga pa' acá, pa' acá. Tenga lo que tenga,
Good.
yo que la
Now we're going to
mantenga.
start rocking. So, as you can feel, when we shift back and forth, there's a little bit of a switch that happens there. But if you want to play with that rock, there's a little bit of a swing that can happen in that isolation. Same here. So let's try that with our swing. So we're going to go swing, 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 front and back. Swing, 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 swing. Now swing a square. Swing, 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 swing. There you go. So this little bit of a swinging isolation comes into when you see a lot of reggaeton hip hop, which is a little bit different than the hip hop that came out of New York City with the poppers and lockers. Fun facts for you. So now we're going to do some isolations of our knees and feet. Coming from, you can think of it two ways. You can think of it coming from the ankle, or you can think of it coming from the knee. I like to think of it coming from the knee. So I push my knee forward and allow my knee to bring me around to the side. As you can see, my ankle then reacts to that movement. You're going to allow that movement to swing you, bringing an isolation into this ankle and close. So let's try that again to the front this time. So I'm pulling up here. I bring this open. This foot comes along and I close. Let's do quarters first. So starting from here, we're going to go from here to the front, to the other wall, to the front. To the side, to the front, to the other wall, to the front. Here we are. Swinging, if you swing your arm also, giving a little bit of a windmill, it will give you a little bit of lift that allows some space in your ankles to do that kind of transition into another place. So if I swing, I come right around. Now doing it again, swinging, boom. Other side, swing to the center, and swinging to the side. Now, if you're up for a challenge, give a little bit more momentum in your arm, and you can swing 180 to the other side. If you're not there yet, go ahead and keep doing quarters and half. Woo. So as you can see, I take a little bit more of a step. There's a little bit more space in between my legs, and there's a little bit more drag in my back foot. So if you try that again, pull and pull. A little bit more momentum making that happen. Now, if we go back to our quarter, now that we've done that, you can feel just how much lift you get in that small movement. And you can feel when you're really isolating your lower half or when you're letting it ride. That last time I felt like I was just kind of letting it go with my arms. So thinking about my legs when it happens allows me to really feel that isolation a little bit more. Okay, so now let's go into some footwork. So there's a combination which you're going to start with. It's kind of progressive. So you'll start with a touch and touch in, and then you're going to drop all your weight to the side. Now, when you drop all your weight to the side, this foot, this leg here that's firing is going to push you back up to the center, and you're going to do the same thing to the other side. So you're never really stepping with this foot when you're moving to the right, and you're never really stepping with this foot when you're moving to the left. Okay, so it touches. It doesn't really take weight. It just touches, and then it drops, and it does take weight and pushes. Touch and drop. Touch and drop. Touch and drop. Touch and drop. Now, you're going to do the same thing, except we're going to take out that touch and we're just going to drop our weight. Once you feel this drop, you'll start to feel a little groove come in. Once that groove comes in, you can decide what to do with your arms. Oh, okay, Bull, you're just responding to the sound? Thank you, I think. Okay, so you're just touching here. You can decide what to do with your arms. So swinging is a good option. There's also pumping them up right here. It's a good option. Or whatever feels natural to you in that place. From there, we're going to do the same kind of drop, but you're actually going to turn your hips. So we're turning our hips in, or just think of it as a twist. So you go twist and together, twist and together, twist and together, twist and together. Okay, let's just do that much. Let's go through it twice, and then I will add more.
Cuando la deja sola, ella me lleva pa' su alcoba, galán, galán. Tenga lo que tenga, yo que la mantenga. Algo que conmigo se venga, algo que conmigo se venga pa' acá, pa' acá. Tenga lo que tenga, yo que la mantenga. Algo que conmigo se venga, algo que conmigo se venga pa' acá. Sin dinero ya me quiere.
Twist.
No le importa que no tenga nada, nada, nada. Soy el guay que ella prefiere. Ella me busca que no tenga nada, nada, nada más.
Now let's start over.
Ella no quiere Gucci ni Prada, Gucci ni Prada, Gucci ni Gucci ni Gucci ni Prada, Gucci ni Prada, Gucci ni Prada, Gucci ni Gucci ni Gucci. Ella no quiere Gucci ni Prada, Gucci ni Prada, Gucci ni Gucci ni Gucci ni Prada, Gucci ni Prada, Gucci ni Prada, Gucci ni Gucci ni Gucci ni Prada, Gucci ni Prada, yo ya sin nada, Gucci ni Prada. Yeah, yeah, para más reggae como a ti.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now, let's explore what it is like to move this kind of drop through space. So starting right and left, we're just going to do that drop, but now instead of pushing back off of it, we're going to allow it to take the weight. Whew. So now let's go drop. We're going to come in. And really, I only come in about halfway up. So I come all the way in with my foot. I come up about halfway and drop. Drop. Now we're going to do the other side. Drop it, pull it in. Drop it, pull it in. Those of you who have watched a lot of hip hop, you'll see that this move comes in a lot in the kind of 90s, 80s old school remixes. Because it was in the land of locking. Okay? We're going to do this with music also. So now think about that same thing, but we're going to go front and back. Let's drop to the back, and you see automatically that my legs take a diagonal. We come together. I straighten. I take a diagonal. I come together. Boom. Boom. When I go to the front, the same thing happens. Front, close, 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 close. Okay? Let's try it with music.
5,
6, 7 to the back.
when you drop down, lose focus. When I time clock, that's a bonus. That cake looking appetizing. Backpack full
To the
of
back.
spices. Bring that body my way. Can't take it off my brain. Feel like you do badly.
One more time. To the back.
When you tiptoe.
To the front. All right. So now we're going to do some body rolls. Body rolls come in lots of different shapes and sizes and are also known as undulations. But a body roll can come into popping, locking, or really any kind of hip hop. So a popped body roll is just, you actually see the space between the movement. A regular body roll, you don't see the space between the movement. So let's start. You can face any direction you want. I like to face at a diagonal because then I can see through my spine where the roll is coming. So I'll face here so you can see on me where the roll is coming. I'm going to drop just the top crown of my head back. Just like I said before, with kind of like an orange or a small baseball behind your neck, we drop that back. From there, I'm going to drop my heart, my chest right here, dropping it back. So if you hold this position, obviously you can see it's very strange. Immediately, we're going to drop our belly button. Boom. Right now, I'm in a pretty concave curve shape, and I'm going to drop my hip. My weight is going to open onto that knee. Boom. Now, if we push up in the same way, we're going to do the exact same thing backwards. So we push just our pelvis, just our belly button, just our chest. You see how automatically my head goes back, and I bring it up and over. When we do body rolls that come up, I like to think that I'm putting my chin right on top of a little counter or table. And that'll help you finish the roll. Okay, starting from the other side, just so you can figure it out on both, we're going to drop our head back, just there, dropping our chest and neck, boom, dropping the belly button, boom, dropping that hip, allowing that weight to come over that knee, pushing up with our hip, just there, leave all of this, dropping, pushing our belly button, pushing our chest, allowing our neck to open, and boop, tipping that right over the table there. Okay, so we're going to take some slow. We're going to go really slowly through, and we're not going to go back up. Coming from, so we're going only down, and then we're going to do the other side, only down, and then we're going to go to the other side and go only up, and the other side and go only up. And then my favorite, we're going to break this down right now. You're going to go down and allow your hip to circle all the way around and go up. And we go down, sit down into that hip, let that hip circle all the way to the other side, and push up. Okay, so sequence is we go down, 3, 4 to the other side, down, 2, 3, 4 to the other side, up, 2, 3, 4 to the other side, up, 2, 3, 4, and then stay here. We're going down, circle, up, and hold, down, circle, up, and hold. And we'll do those 4 times also. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, go. Slowly. 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 Other side.
Bring that body my way. Can't take it off my brain. Like you do ballet. Hold tight when you tiptoe. Take something when you tiptoe. No breaks when you push that back. That's right, do it just like that. Hold tight when you tiptoe.
Stay. Here, bring it around. Push it up. Down. Here, bring it around. Push it up. Down. Bring it around. Push it up. Down. Bring it around. Push it up. Okay, now we're going to do that same combination, but double time. If you feel that that's too fast for you, just have fun with it, let it go, do whatever kind of body roll comes out. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And down. Circle up. Down. Circle up. Down. Circle up. Last one. All right. So those body rolls are just full body rolls. When you, obviously do the time, you can also do a body roll like laterally. Okay? So what that is you're gonna So you're just gonna think that there's a bar. Okay? I have a bar right here, and I'm gonna duck under that bar and allow that same kind of footwork we just did to catch me. Right? So I duck under that bar, that foot comes out, I swing up, and my whole body reorganizes on my other leg. Starting with the other side, that bar is there. I dip under, this leg catches me, my body reorganizes. Now, what I like to do with these is I like to give a little psych, right? That's some of the hip hop swag, right? That comes with the style. So the whole thing about hip hop is that each individual dancer, each individual crew has their own swag. Play with that as you will, as you'd like, or if you wouldn't, that's fine too. So I like to give a little psych, pull it in, and let it go. Psych, pull it in, let it go. And that psych could be anything as much as like a little shoulder isolation there. It could be a full dip and pull it back, or it could be a dip, pause, and keep going, right? Whoop. So I'm gonna give it a little dip, pull it back, a little shoulder isolation, pull it back. Just playing with your slides. You can also go cross body. So I'm gonna put one leg out to step onto, and my other arm's gonna kind of swim open. So with that dip, I'm swimming against my arm. Ooh. 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 Okay? And these are also really fun with a little psych. I psych it, and then I go. Psych it, and then I go. Psych, go. Psych, go. All right. So we won't do those with music. We'll just keep going on a little bit. But I'm actually going to do, so in a regular class, we would do something called across the floor. Now, since we're in our living rooms or kitchens or wherever we are, front yard, driveway, I don't know. I'm going to just keep it into kind of a little pattern. And I'm going to increase either speed or add a move, whatever happens. And you guys, I'll explain it. We'll start it with music. We'll add something. We'll continue it. By the time we're done, we'll have a full phrase. So instead of learning choreography, you'll have that, a little gradual progression. Okay, so let's start with something called a grapevine. And we did those earlier. So a regular grapevine, which you find in many different styles of dance, is what we did earlier. So that's a side, so you can see my feet, a side, back, side, together. Other way, side, back, side, together. You can also go to the front if you'd like, up to you. Side, front, side, together, side, front, side, together. That is still a grapevine. So now, starting with that, we'll do two standard grapevines. A hip hop grapevine actually changes a little bit. So it's what we call syncopated. A syncopated grapevine looks a little bit like a slide, and then the rest of the other way. Step, step, step. Okay, coming the other side, slide, and I'm going back, side, front. Same steps, different rhythm. Okay, so let's try that again. We'll do two standard grapevines. and then 2 hip hop grapevines with a slide. Here we go. Side, back, side, together, side, back, side, together. Here we go. Slide, 1 and step, step, step. 1 and step, step, step. Okay. Anybody having problems with that slide grapevine? You can go ahead and let me know in the comments, and I'm looking. If not, we'll continue on, okay, with some music. No, I don't see anything, so let's keep it rolling with the music. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and side, back, side, together. Side, back, side, together. Slide, step, step, step. Slide, step, step, step. Side, back, side, together. Side, back, side, together. Slide, step, step, step. Slide, step, step, touch. 1, 2. Here we go. 1, step, step, touch. 1, step, step, touch. 1. Here we go. Slide, step, step, touch. Slide, step, step, touch. One more time. And here we are with the slide. 1, step, step, touch. 1, step, step, touch. All right. So now, we're going to do that same thing, and we're going to add one of those 3-step turns instead of that first grapevine. Okay? So we're here. We're going to go 3-step turn. 1, 2, 3, touch. 1, 2, 3, touch. That slide grapevine. 1 and step, step, touch. 1 and step, step, touch. From here, this leg has just touched, so it is completely available to start that turn again. 1, 2, 3, and touch. 1, 2, 3, and touch. Slide, step, step, touch. Slide, step, step, touch. Cool? We're going to do that right now. If I can get the music. 5, 6, 7, and turn. Touch, turn. Here we go. Slide. Step, step, touch. Slide. Step, step, touch, and turn. And turn. Slide. Step, step, touch. Slide. Step, step, touch. Last one, turn. Turn. Here we are. Slide. Step, step, touch. Slide. Step, step, touch. Okay. Looking good, feeling good. All right. So, consulting my lesson plans here, we're going to do a little bit more footwork. So, this one, not like what we did earlier, goes with your right foot. We're going to do it really, really slowly to start. Right foot kicks. And when I kick directly in front of myself. I cross. And if you see my feet, I am really about to change weight onto this other foot that I just kicked. So if I did it with some momentum, this comes up. From here, I'm going to drop right out to the side like we did earlier. So that goes kick, cross, drop. Yes? To go slow again for my newcomers, we are kick, cross, my heel pops up, and I drop. Starting with this one, I'm going to do the same thing. Smiles all around. Here we go. Yes. We're going kick, and we cross. That heel pops up. We drop. Boom. Here, your arms can be on your hips. Your arms can be out. Your arms can be here. Swag yourself. Okay, here we go. So, starting with one foot, we go kick, cross, heels up, drop. This foot comes across, and drop. One more time. 1, across, and drop. Try to let your knees open. That last time I didn't do that. Try to be aware of that. kicking, heel comes up, knees open. All right, let's try that. We're gonna try it with some music. We're gonna go slow around that tempo, and then I'm gonna say double time. And those of you who are ready, you're gonna take that double time, and I will start to do it double time. Those of you who are not ready, continue on with where we are. Bye, Jordan. Thanks for coming. Here we go. 6, 7, and slow, step, out. Slow, drop, out. Slow, drop, out. Double time, adding a little jump. 1. All right, slow it down. Double time. All right, now we're going to add a little bit of flair. So we have our 2 kick cross drops. 1, 2, whatever foot is out for you, whether you're mirroring me or you are doing the same leg as me, which would mean you're on the other side, you're going to take that across, kind of like a kick, but you're not doing a kick. It just comes straight across. You're going to unwind. Woo! Just a nice, easy turn. Now you're going to jump out with your feet, jump in with your feet. Okay, so that's jumping, jumping, not jumping, jumping. Questions there? If not, we'll do this the same kind of way. We'll do it slow, and then I'll yell double time, and then we'll take it away. Double time, here we go. All right, now we're going to do it to the other side. Just keep on jamming. So what that means is start with whatever foot you have not been starting with when you kick. 5, 6, here we go. All right. Thank you, Jace. I muted myself. Okay, so we're going to drop and scoop to one side, drop and scoop to the other side, And then you're going to take a step back and let your knees bring it in. Take a step back, let your knees bring it in. You still can't hear me? I'm going to wait until I hear another response. Okay, great. Thank you. So to show you the full combination of this one, we've got drop and scoop, step it back, drop and scoop, step it back, okay? Okay, great. So this one is really for you to have as much fun as you'd like. You can take it double time from the start if you'd like, or you can come with me. I'm going to do the same thing. So we're going to do it slow at the tempo I just explained. And then we're going to do it fast. 1 and 2 and back and 1, 2, back and. Yeah? As I said before, if you don't feel that you're ready to go double time, continue on with where we were and then meet us when we bring everything together. This one's one of my favorite songs on the playlist. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and we go drop. Drop. Back. Back. Drop. Drop. Back. Back. Drop. Drop. Here we go. Ready? Last one. Here it is a double time. Slow. And back. All right. So now, let's take it all together. So the first thing we have is an option. You can either do that basic grapevine into that hip hop grapevine, boom, boom, ba, 1, boom, boom, ba, or you can do the 3-step turn into that grapevine, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba. From here, our right foot is lifted. We are going to, or left, if you're doing it the opposite me, one of our feet is lifted. We are going to kick, step, step, kick, step, step, cross, unwind, jump together. And then we can guess what comes next. We drop, and shake it back, Okay? Let's do that like 2 more times slowly without music, and then I'll add music. Here we are. 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3 together. 1, 2, grapevine, slide, step, step, touch, slide, step, step, touch. We go kick, step, step, cross, turn, jump out, jump in, and drop, shake it back, Okay? I'll go a little slower in case anybody needs that. 5, 6, 7, 8. We go side, back, side, together, side, back, side, together. We go slide, step, step, touch, slide, step, step, touch. From here, we kick it, 1 and drop, 1 and drop. This foot comes over and unwinds to jump out, to jump in. Now, this is the hard part because we're on equally weighted feet. So we're going to have to remember that it's really, it can come whichever way you want to go. One of our feet steps out to drop. The other does. We step it back to shake it back. Okay? One more time without music. Slightly faster. 5, 6, 7, we go. 1 and back and 1 together. 1 and back and side together. Slide, step, 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 slide. Step, step, step. Kick it 1. Kick it 2. Jump, turn, jump. Here we go. Drop and drop. And shake it back, shake it back. Boom. All right, that's your combination. So we are going to do it, let's say 4 times, and then I'll check back in with you guys. Okay, here we go.
I've been talking to your phone something tell me you don't want to know.
Ready? And 5, 6, 7, we go. 1.
You don't love me, you should let me know. I'm overthinking, I'm thinking, you're thinking I leave it. Real sorry. I need some honesty, honesty, you better speak up. Days and nights I like beside my phone. When you gonna let me know? When you gonna let me know? All I hear is please leave your message after the door. When you gonna let me know? I've been talking to your phone and something tell me you don't want to know, no. When I tell you don't answer, no. You don't love me, you should let me know, no. Let me know, no. Down. Said it was nothing, but nothing is all that we have now. And now I found out you got a problem you don't want to talk about. So that's what I have for you guys today. Do you guys have any questions, comments, or requests for next week? You can go ahead and type them here, and I will read them and respond. It'd be good to kind of take a cool down now. You can do a little stretching on the floor. You can basically repeat the stretches that we did earlier, where we give some of these, twisting so that you're coming with your flat back, and dropping down. Walking it over through the center, opening that flat back. We're actually lifting to the flat back, then opening the flat back, and coming up, coming down. Any combination of those kinds of things would be great for now. But yeah, if no questions or comments, thanks for coming. And of course, yeah, thanks for being here. And I look forward to next week. Hopefully you all can be there again. All right. Sending love to everybody. And hopefully we're out of this soon. Bye.